Let me tell you a little bit about the Renaissance Theater. This place is special for so many reasons. 8 years ago when we started this process, we thought we would already be done. I mean, we were coming in, it's got so much energy, and that, we're 8 years from now, we're gonna be fine. But guess what? Things didn't work out the way we planned. But sometimes things happen for a reason. Come on inside, let me show you a little bit of what's going on. So let me tell you about the Renaissance. The Renaissance Theater started back in 1911. And in 1911, it was called the Royal Theater. And for many, many years, this place really was the hub of activity in Mercer Street. Over the years, things have changed. We started getting involved in the talkies, and a guy by the name of Dr. Lawrence Von Court came in. He bought the building in 1954 and he changed it to the Levon Theater, which is probably how most of you remember it today. So let's jump to 1983. Along about that time, a gentleman by the name of Dr. Reverend Repass came in and started the TV ministries right here on Mercer Street. And that TV ministries really existed for a long time until Fred Furchess bought it, of which that existed until about 2013. 2013, when the Renaissance Project started, that's when everything changed. That's when this place turned over and became the Renaissance Theater. Community Connections, the agency that I represent, started really working in the downtown to have all the revitalization efforts. And you've probably seen a lot of it. You probably saw a lot of the painting going on. You've seen a lot of the new businesses coming in. But the theater's kind of just sat here for a while and hasn't really done as much as we anticipated. Yeah, we worked on it quite a bit. We had a loan, we went in, we restructured the entire place, and it ended up kind of where it is today over about the last year. But things are about to change. Over the years, we decided to keep working at it, keep getting a lot of the volunteers to come in. And that has been really the catalyst to kind of get us to where we are now. We put in this beautiful stage with the proscenium arch. We kind of built the stage forward. And we invested every dollar that we had to try to do it the right way. But now is the time where we've got to reinvest and move it to that next phase. It is a beautiful sort of imaginative space on what we can actually do. Yes, we originally decided that we were going to do movies here just like back in the old days, but we also took the time to understand that sometimes there's going to be performance arts here, and we can really adjust to that. So come back and look at this stage. One of the things that we were looking to do was we wanted to build this out, and we wanted to tell the story. As people came into the theater, we wanted it to be a show. We didn't want to just have, coming in, sitting down, watching a movie. We wanted to have an opportunity for somebody to come in and be wowed for the simple fact that they're in the theater. So we took this space and we built it out. We took the proscenium arch. We kind of took what they had back in the old days and we kind of redid it, built this new framework out, and then we're going to have the red curtain that's going to be going right behind this on the stage side. And then what we're going to end up doing is you've got this beautiful build out right here. And this build out will allow us to come from behind the curtain. It will open up and we'll be able to welcome everybody to the Renaissance Theater. This is a really cool space because I remember when I was a kid here, you had a 24-inch disco ball that hung here. You had neon on the walls, and when you walked in, it was just a feeling that you got that you were part of something special. And that's what we're looking to recreate here with this theater. We want people to be able to come in. We want them to enjoy the space. We want them to be able to really enjoy that time with a family. We also want to make it very affordable. For the simple fact that, anytime you go to a movie these days, it's really difficult to be able to afford it many times. But now, through the way we want to do these movies, we want to make sure that a family of four should be able to come in here for $25 or less to enjoy the show, to have popcorn and a drink, and really get a chance to spend time with family. Because, when we came out of COVID, we're moving towards the end of this, but we can watch movies at home. You can save the money, you can download on Disney Plus or whatever, but it's not that same experience. And so we want somebody that comes to the Renaissance Theater to experience something special. And as you can see by this space, by the time we have the seats in the balcony, we have the 200 plus seats here, this is going to be an amazing space. So from this point, we're going to leave the main auditorium. We're going to take you a couple little special places up front. As you can see here, this is the area. One of the unique things about when we started framing this place out was we kind of wanted to make this a little bit of a bigger area. This is where our concession area is going to be. So as you come through the front door, the first thing you're going to see is that soda machine and that popcorn machine, and you're going to be able to get the feel of what it's like to be in a really cool movie theater. As you're walking in, you'll have everything here. You'll grab your popcorn and you'll have your drink. You'll go in and you sit down and enjoy the show. So back in the day, Dr. Lawrence Von Court had this building and he used it for a lot of different things. He had it for doctor's offices. In fact, many over the years came up here and we redid this in apartments. But it's not going to suit the Renaissance. We needed to have additional space in which to really benefit our local artists and a lot of the people that wanted to do creative things here. So in doing that, we built a black box theater. So you're asking yourself, what is a black box theater? Well, this is a great opportunity to come in and have it for really that creative space that we'd like to have for our artists. Now this could be for cinema, this could be for small performances, it could be just about anything, because we ended up taking this massive space and we opened it up, had this small stage, little opening in the back, and this will allow our performers to come in and be able to do things a little more creatively in a really intimate space. We also have our green room area over here, which will also serve as a little bit of a sound studio for the black box theater. It will allow for somebody to be over here to monitor all of the different activities while the show is actually going on. This is going to be an open space. It's going to allow for probably about 35, 40 chairs up here to be moved around, but really allowing that creative space. One other thing that was really unique and that we invested in over the last couple of years, you can look out here, and I know we'll show you an outside picture later, but this is the new marquee that we had to put on the building. The reason why we did that is because the old marquee that was on there was porcelain coated steel, and it was really weighing the outside. It was tethered into the building. It actually came into the building and wrapped around this top beam up here, and when it did that, it actually was pulling the entire face of the building off, and it was also pulling the inside out. So we went back in, we put in a cantilever system to hold that on. We went 24 feet in, 12 feet out, and now we have the brand new marquee on the outside. So now we're coming out of the black box theater, and I want to show you exactly what the space is really going to be sort of opened up for. You know, the Renaissance Theater was not the original theater downtown. You did have several other ones, although this was built in 1911. The Mercer Theater, which was located across the street, was added in a few years later, turned into the King's Gallery, and unfortunately that burned down in the 1980s. That left the Renaissance, the Royal, the Levant, the Renaissance, as the only theater remaining. And so to take you back to that, I want you to imagine yourself coming in and, you know, wanting to walk in through the door, wanting to smell the popcorn as you walk through the hallway, knowing that if you didn't want to go into the main auditorium, you could actually go up to a very special place, the balcony, which, in my opinion, best seat in the house. Because as you walk through, you can actually open up and you can see the entire structure open up before your eyes. It's really an exciting space, and as you can see, we've got room to play. From the cinematic arts to a really neat, incredible performance venue, the Renaissance Theater is going to be the future of what we see in terms of entertainment down here on Mercer Street. We really like to have everybody come forward and be a part of this process. This is your theater. This is not ours. This is about giving back to the community and doing things in ways where we've never done that before. And it's going to take everybody's help. So as we move into the future, remember, the Renaissance is not just a word. It's about a movement. It's about something creative. It's about how everybody can be a part of something special.